is up, family? Welcome back to the channel. It's Noel from Forge and Strength. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications so you get updates anytime we drop new content. Today I'll be taking you guys through basically a full day of eating, everything I eat in a day to ensure that I keep a relatively lean, muscular physique. I'm on the bulk right now, so I'm not as lean, but I'll be showing you guys a few tips and tricks here and there, everything I do to ensure that I stay in good shape all year round, build muscle, gain strength, and have overall better performance in and out of the gym, mental performance, cognition, and everything else, and everything in between. So stick and stay if you like to see that. So the first thing I do when I wake up is to make sure that my hydration is on point. So basically, I fill up this. This is 2.5 liter. Okay, I fill it up. I'm already, it's not even 8 a.m. and I'm already more than halfway through. 2.5 liters. I put 5 grams of rock salt in there to ensure that I'm fully hydrated throughout the day and getting my electrolytes. It really helps with waking you up, improving mental, cognition and focus and all of that. And this basically keeps you hydrated. And you would notice the difference between putting electrolytes in your water and just drinking plain water. Okay, you will definitely feel it in muscle contractions in the gym and in your cognition and your ability to think clearly. It's definitely something that you should try. So 5 grams of salt in that 2.5 liters of water, and then we get on to making black coffee. And so a buddy of mine from the US hooked me up with this brand of coffee, Cafe Bustelo. I don't know how it's showing there. Yeah, I think this is better. Cafe Bustelo. Shout out Harry K, my nigga. And yeah, he hooked me up with this brand. It's awesome, bro. Awesome. And I don't have none of the coffee makers and all of that stuff. I don't have none of that. So I make it traditionally, okay? So don't roast me in the comments, please. Wow. Okay, coffee acquired. Time to get it cracking with some work. Catch you guys later. So a few moments has elapsed. I've gotten some work out of the way, and I'd like to talk to you guys about the structure that I have with regards to my eating routine and what have you. So essentially what I do is I practice daily intermittent fasting. Okay, I'll be doing a video about how I went from this to this. Okay, so essentially, I'm somebody who has a large appetite. Okay, I could definitely put away some food, and so in order to keep my calories in check on a day-to-day basis, I like to skip breakfast. Okay, so essentially time restricted feeding. So I wake up, hydrate, and then I have black coffee, and after that I fast for about 5 hours. 5 to 6 hours into the day. Sometimes if I'm very busy and I'm caught up, it could go as long as 8 hours or whatnot, and then I break my fast. But fasting has become such an integral part of my life right now that I can actually imagine my life without some form of abstinence from eating for a certain portion of the day. And so what I like to tell people to do in order to simplify intermittent fasting is to practice the daily 5-hour fast. So essentially, what time did you wake up? If it's 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., that's when your fast starts. So from 8 a.m. to about 1 p.m. will be your fasting window. If you wake up at 7, you fast from 7 a.m. till noon. Okay, so whatever time you wake up, push your first meal back for about 5 to 6 hours. You could go longer if you can, but typically it takes time to get in tune with, you know, the act of fasting, and it takes time for your body to adapt. So you might not want to push it too quickly. So you take your time. You wake up at 7, you go to 12 or 1, and then you break your fast. Essentially, it's as simple as that. Okay, there are so many tricks and tips that you can employ to make the fasting more comfortable as you get adapted. Okay, you could have teas. Okay, teas without sugars and cream and all of that. Black coffee without anything inside is also fine. Essentially, any form of non-calorie beverage could work. Teas, coffee, water, sparkling water, 0-calorie stuff. But I'll advise that you stay away from anything that has a very sweet taste in the beginning portions of the day, just because for some people it could trigger some cravings and what have you, and then you might end up breaking the fast prematurely. So if it tastes sweet, too sweet and stuff, you probably want to reserve that for later on in the day, after you've broken your fast, not before it. I'm currently sitting at 190 pounds. As of this morning, 190. Still staying pretty lean at 190. I'm 5'10", by the way. Looking relatively lean. At 190. Probably gonna cut to like 180. Use 3 months or so, get down to 180. Get very lean, chiseled. And then we'll see what we'll do from there. So I decided to bring you guys out on a walk with me. This is another tool in a toolbox that I like to use to stay lean, relatively, as I said, year round, because I'm not like trying to be sub 10% body fat all year and all of that. I let my body fat go up to a reasonably lean level, 15%, maybe even 16 if I'm really pushing it on a bulk, but I don't really let my body fat go over that. I try to, just for the sake of health and the sake of being able to reel it in relatively easily with regards to the body fat percentage when I want to. So, you know, as a natural, when you're trying to grow with regards to muscle mass, with regards to strength gain and what have you, you probably, it will probably won't be in your best interest if you're staying super chiseled all year round. It could bite you in the ass eventually. You might end up just spinning your wheels and not gaining any strength or muscle at all if you're trying to be 8% body fat all year round. So it's probably not the best idea to stay that lean year round. You want to have a range. So what I tell people to do is to stay between 9 to 10% at the very low end to about 15 to 18% peak bulk max. Don't let your body fat get above 18%. It's just totally unnecessary at that point. There are several detrimental aspects of letting your body fat be like 20, 25, 30%. You know, you would have too much estrogen levels. That is definitely not good for a man to have so much estrogen, because it disrupts the hormonal balance. So I make it a point to get at the very minimum 12,000 steps every day. Now that might seem like a lofty goal for most people. 12,000 steps might seem daunting, okay? But if you break it up in parts throughout the day and you try to fit it in your schedule, it's definitely something that could be massively helpful to you, okay? If you're somebody who has a very busy schedule throughout the day, wake up 30 minutes earlier and go for a 4,000 step goal or a 3,000 step goal. Okay, I think for most people, every 10 minutes you could get 1,000 steps. 30 minutes is 3,000 steps. There you have it. After lunch or during lunch break, after having lunch, you go for another 10 to 15 minutes. In the evening after dinner, you can have the rest. Okay, you could even pace back and forth in the morning as you're brushing your teeth and all of that. All that counts, okay? Non-exercise activity thermogenesis is called NEAT. So the amount of calories you spend without particularly deciding to exercise throughout the day, it matters with regards to fat loss. If you're trying to push fat loss and kick fat loss in high gear, it's important that you ramp up your NEAT levels to a point where your body is expending enough calories to put you in a deficit. So that's one thing you have to do. Set a step goal. Start small. Even though research states that anywhere from 8,000 steps, I think it's even 7,500 steps, you start to see the benefits, okay? Fat loss benefits, mental cognition benefits, health benefits, skin benefits, and all of that. So it's definitely something you want to start incorporating. 7,500 steps all the way to 16, 17,000. There are days that I could actually get more than that, but it's because I have a flexible schedule. So I'm accorded the luxury of doing that. So if you're somebody who's actively chasing fat loss, you've used all the tools in the toolbox that to get rid of belly fat and a lean body composition, this is probably the easiest way to stay lean year round. By far, hands down, the easiest way to stay lean. Ramp your steps up, your step count up. That's your NEAT levels. Okay, ramp it up slowly and try to ensure that it is fitting in your lifestyle. Don't particularly try to, go for 12,000 steps all at once if you know that it's going to eat into the time of your work and other social events and activities. Fit it in. Find the loopholes, okay? The loopholes throughout the day that you basically are not doing anything, and then fit your walking sessions indoors. You can break them down into bits and ensure that you are nailing those goals slowly, one after the other. Okay, if you also feel like getting it out of the way in one swoop, you have a 2 hour free period, you can get it in. You can absolutely get it in. Okay, but if that's difficult, break it up into parts and make sure you execute on that. Your body will thank you, not just from a fat loss standpoint, but from a psychological standpoint, the cognition benefits. So here's a pro tip for all you guys who are trying to get lean, who are currently dieting, trying to reduce your body fat percentages. Plan your meals ahead of time, okay? Make use of some of these fitness apps, MyFitnessPal, Fat Secret, Chronometer. My favorite is actually MyFitnessPal. I've been using it for close to 7 years now. So when I'm bulking, I let loose a bit, okay? I have a few cheat meals here and there. I may not particularly plan out my meals 100%, but I still have a schedule and a structure in place. And I also make sure I'm still hitting my protein goals, that I'm intermittent fasting. So the structure is mostly set in stone. But when I'm cutting, I like to plan my meals ahead of time. So either the night before, I would plan out my macros, the meals I'm going to have, or early in the morning on the actual day. So today I'm trying to hit a lower calorie day, 2,200 calories. So that for me is fairly aggressive. It's a moderate calorie deficit. I would say it's probably a 600 to 700 calorie deficit, maybe a bit more if I move more throughout the day. But essentially, this is what I do when I'm trying to get lean. I plan my meals ahead of time. So you can see the breakfast part is empty because I just had black coffee. But if this will focus here, you can see meal one is going to be focus 6 boiled eggs and about 500 grams, about a pound of mangoes. Okay, 6 boiled eggs and a pound of mangoes, 500 grams of mangoes and 6 boiled eggs. So that totals to about 720 calories, about 40 grams of protein, and yeah, I don't really care about the other macros, carbs, and fats. They can fall wherever, but I just make sure my first meal is rich in protein and some carbs to give me energy throughout the day. Ooh. Eggs almost ready. So there we have it, meal one, 720 calories, about 500 grams of mangoes and 6 whole eggs. So at the end of the day, you have to follow the diet that gets you closer to your goals on a daily, day-to-day basis. Obviously, this is not the prettiest, most glamorous meal in the world, but it gets me results. And so that's the reason why I'm following it. And it still tastes awesome, okay? This is a balance of macronutrients, carbohydrates from the mangoes, protein and fat from the eggs. And at the end of the day, too, the principle of simplicity is coming to play here. It's very simple, very easy to track, a very repeatable meal, which will keep your calories low enough after breaking your fast in order to give you a bigger calorie allotment later in the day so that you can hit your calorie goals at the end of the day, feel full and satiated, give your body enough macronutrients and micronutrients in order for you to get the best output at the end of the day with regards to your workouts in the gym, your productivity at work and what have you, and everything else in between. So I'm whipping up my last meal of the day. That is a tablespoon of coconut oil, has some good fats in there, saturated fats, boost up your T levels, okay? Most people think that when you're dieting, you always have to do this crazy low-fat diet, no oils, no avocados, no fat at all, just go like typical bodybuilding style, high carb, high protein, very low fat. Yeah, that's a no-no for me. If you're going to do things the natural way, if you want to optimize your hormonal levels as a natural trainee, it's important to keep a moderate dose of fat in your diet. Most people should not go below, most men and women should not go below 60 grams of fat in my opinion. So keep that moderated, keep fat in your diet, keep protein moderate, keep carbs moderate, and you're probably going to see the best results physique wise and hormone wise as well. Some onions. Onions are known for helping the gut. I also read some studies that said that they are good for also boosting testosterone levels and what have you. And they have some incredible gut benefits as well. Plus, just tastes good, So I like to fry my eggs with some onions and some turmeric and black pepper. Turmeric and black pepper are known to help reduce inflammation. Turmeric especially, but the main reason why it's best paired with black pepper is because there's a compound in black pepper that activates the anti-inflammatory benefits much better when you pair it with turmeric. Okay, so black pepper tends to activate the anti-inflammatory benefits of turmeric. So when you pair them together, it makes turmeric bioavailable by about 2,000%. Don't quote me on that, but it's some crazy number like that. Crack open 4 eggs. Right there is probably about 7 grams of protein per egg. So we're looking at 30 grams of protein right here, 4 eggs. So in total I've had about 10 eggs for the day already. Okay. And I'm still going to lose fat. So all this craze about low fat dieting and only eating egg whites and zero fats and all of that stuff is nonsense. I get the best result when I include some decent amount of fat in my diet. Sometimes even higher fat actually gets me better results. So as far as you combine it with the right carbs, you have the right approach, the right structure with regards to the dietary routine, your workout routine, because everything culminates to form the perfect plan. Okay, so when you have all of that in check, you're going to see great results. And then I like to add some, as I said, some turmeric. I like to add some turmeric and black pepper. I've already combined that. I've combined it, turmeric and black pepper together. So I just take like a couple, half teaspoon, like a couple of that. So 1 and 2, maybe a little more. And that's it, okay? Anti-inflammatory, high protein, tastes awesome, testosterone boosting eggs right there. So just scramble these. And I'm going to have these with a pound of potatoes and some tuna. Okay, a pound of potatoes and some tuna to increase the protein. This is my main large meal, my main feast, my intermittent fasting feast of the day. The protein is very high in this one. This is my highest protein meal of the day, close to 100 grams of protein in one shot. And then I'll finish up the day with a pre-bed snack. Most of the time it's just some fruit of choice, whatever I have left. Okay, it could be apples, it could be papayas, pineapples, but today I have some leftover mangoes, so I'm going to have that for my pre-bed snack. I'll show you the full meal when I'm done
whipping it up. I'll show you the full meal, and then I'll show you my pre-bed snack, okay? Catch you guys in the next clip. So there you have it, my main meal of the day. A pound of potatoes, sweet potatoes, 230 grams of tuna, 4 eggs, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and about 150 grams of onions, okay? This whole meal comes out to about 1,100 calories, 100 grams of protein right off the bat, and 100 grams of carbs and some fats. I'll put the macros on the screen so you check it out. But yeah, that's my main meal for the day. I'm going to have this, I'm going to enjoy myself. And so you see the thing about wanting to get lean and not knowing what to eat to get lean. Maybe you're a person with a larger appetite, and you just tend to want to consume more. Okay, you could actually eat more for less calories if you know what you're doing. That's 100 grams of protein right there, and some carbohydrates to keep you full. Potatoes, as we all know, is the most satiating. Boiled potatoes, that is. Eggs, very, very satiating. Tuna, same thing, very high protein. And so if you incorporate these foods, it's very easy for you to hit your macronutrients and your micronutrients for the day. Get your protein up. Right here is 100 grams right off the bat. So, you know, you could try this, you could copy this meal if it fits into your calories for the day. Obviously, everybody's going to be different. You might need more calories or less, but you could adjust on the go, but you get the general idea for now. So that is it. If you're somebody who claims you have a big appetite, you are absolutely going to be satiated on this type of meal. There's no way you're going to eat this and tell me that you're hungry after. So try it out. I'll see you when I'm having my pre-bed snack. So there you have it, my final meal slash snack for today. Mangoes again, roughly about 500 grams of mangoes again to finish off my macros for today. The macros and calories will be on the screen. So this is what I have pre-bed, and that is it to cap my calories for today. 2,200 calories. I've hit that exactly on the money. Fat loss is guaranteed. Is it boring? That's arguable. But is it effective? Absolutely, 100% effective. So if you liked the video, if you provided any form of value, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one. If you like videos like this, 4 days of eating, informative style, let me know and I'll make more videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications.